Congratulations! You've been hired by Vesna Industries, the largest and only biotechnology megacorporation in the world. Now that you're part of the elite team of research scientists that push the boundaries of science further and further into God's domain, you need to know the proper procedures for human subject testing. All ethical frameworks are defined by a set of principles. These are the street signs that indicate the right and wrong directions to drive on the road to good ethics. In biomedicine, these signs are mounted on posts made from the mistakes in the history of the medical tradition. These mistakes, sometimes known as crimes against humanity, were examined by ethicists in the past, who broke them down into their basic parts and distilled the essence of ethics from the remaining solution. While the exact composition of that solution has been lost to time, we can use science to simply work backwards from the inaccurate conception of ethics, thereby knowing what to do by knowing what not to do. Respect for autonomy, non-maleficence, beneficence, and justice. A good research scientist adheres to none of these. No, science can only push past the laws of nature by driving over the bodies of countless test subjects. Expert Vesna philosophists have updated these principles to accurately reflect what is truly ethical. These principles can be remembered with this handy mnemonic. Research methods bring joy. Personal autonomy is the capacity for self-determination, the ability to choose a course of action of one's own volition without interference or control from others that limits or prevents choice. But when has free will ever helped anyone? Is it even real? In all likelihood, the universe is deterministic. This means that placing importance on autonomy is both detrimental and futile. This principle was exactly what researchers in the X-32 laboratories had in mind when developing the illusion of free will nullification field that is used during subject intake and processing. Perhaps you've heard the phrase, "do no harm," thrown around. It's a very popular platitude among the ripper docs and sawbones that fill the street corner clinics throughout the inner sprawl. They hold this principle above all others, overriding even the respect for the patient's autonomy. Now there's something we can agree on. Overemphasizing the wishes of one person undervalues everyone else. So if you hear a test subject complaining that they didn't agree to this or they just want to leave, remind them that being selfish hurts everyone more than the vivisection hurts them. Kindness, mercy, love, charity, and all the other products of the chemicals that produce empathy in the human brain. A willingness to sacrifice life and limb for the betterment of mankind. Devotion towards a brighter future that one will not live to see. These are all highly desirable qualities in a test subject. We here at Vesna Industries hope to foster and grow these traits within all of our volunteers to help facilitate quick, easy, and relatively painless experimentation. Anti-corp anarchists and violent protesters of the free market would have you believe that justice is the equitable distribution of wealth, rights, burdens, and responsibilities across an entire population. Under their definition, responsibility for harm falls to the people or organizations that caused the harm. This is, of course, nonsensical propaganda. If wealth and power were distributed, rather than consolidated, chaos would rule the world and scientific innovation would grind to a halt. Society would then regress to the rampant barbarism and Luddite ideologies that dominated the world long ago in the 21st century. True justice is only attainable when we reject this dated conception of it. Only then can we push past the laws of man and nature to achieve a brighter future for all of mankind. Now that you understand these 4 principles, you have all the tools you need to be the best researcher that you can be. Whenever you are uncertain if you're doing the right thing, just remember that research methods bring joy. As long as they do, your career in science looks bright. Not just for you, but for all of mankind.